Minerals are non-replenishable. You cannot plant minerals. Minerals cannot be grown. Once you mine the minerals, they are exhausted forever. Second is minerals have to be mined where they occur. Then minerals are indispensable for our living and civilization, growth and development. Without minerals, use of minerals, we cannot live. From my experience, I can say the mining industry of the state, they have mostly conformed to the legislative framework, legislative compulsion, legislative compliance, and they have tailored their operations to meet all the environmental norms. Let us say Noamundi, where there is greenery all around. One cannot believe that it's a mine. If you go to Panchmatmali bauxite mine in Koraput district, it was a bald hill without any vegetation. There you see vegetation and greenery come up. So mining also causes improvement in the environment status. Regardless of these facts, there are certain sections of the people, professional, anti-development bogey, I should say, who continue to blame mining for all the ills of the society. We conceived to make a film covering different aspects of mining to bring to focus that mining is indispensable. Mining will be carried out for years to come, and it can be carried out in an eco-friendly manner. There is no question of blaming mining for anything, and the objective of the film is to educate the ill-informed people, the NGOs, anti-development body, about the misconception they have in mind, and to drive home the correct picture as it is obtaining in the field.
The main aim and objective of the society is to facilitate the mineral development, especially in Odisha and also in the country. And as you know, since last decade, the mining industries have faced so many setbacks. So now we are now interested to develop and to create awareness among the people that mining is not the harmful event. Rather, with management, we can improve the mining industry, which would help the economic growth of the country and the state as a whole. We had already filmed once in 2010 covering major industrial mining belts of the state, and this is a repetition. We are now making another film in 2016 covering the same areas, and which can show that how the improvement is there in the environmental front and on the mining front. This film actually we are taking the real picture of the mines and also their mitigation measures from the environmental point of view, and so definitely it will create an awareness of the local people, and it will definitely improve the mining scenario of the state.
The word environment literally means the surroundings comprising of air, water, soil, fauna, flora, habitat, and the interaction among them. Though mining has caused degradation of land and forest growth, pollution of air and water, increase in noise level, displacement of habitat and wildlife, and damage to farmlands. Due to adoption of state-of-art environment management practices, these adverse impacts of mining have been mitigated to a larger extent.
main concern during mining operation is because of pollution that may be created while mining. But today as on date, you see, with the advancement of technology and scientific mining, proper measures are being adopted by all the mining companies in every mines to keep a total control on the pollutions. Within the mines area, the leaseholders have full control, but when it comes out of the mines area, you see, leaseholders don't have much of control over it. It is the condition of the road. If the road conditions are good, then automatically generation of dust during road movement will be very less. Today you see lot of people, they spread lot of rumors without knowing what is happening in the mines. Maybe because of their less knowledge about it or because of some personal reasons. This is a very good step that SGAT has taken for making this movie and making the people conscious about environment, and also to bring before the public the real picture of mining, which is being distorted. So SGAT's film is a positive step.
TRB Mines of JSPL at Tensa has developed an automatic tarpaulin pulling machine to prevent pollution of air from the dust of the trucks carrying ore to the plant, port or the railway siding area. The models are now displayed at workstation and will be on road for trial very soon.
By virtue of concept of JSPL, we go by a principle of triple P, which is called as planet, people and profit. So more importance is given to planet, next is to the people, that is the society in and around us, and then comes our economic benefits, that is the profit. Transportation is one issue which we have addressed it very well. You must have seen when we are coming from 0 point area to the main gate of our JSPL, you can see we are doing the construction of a concrete road. So the construction of this concrete road will completely eliminate the dust which is generated airborne. And similarly, the road from our 0 point to the Barswa siding also is being bitumened. So this will completely eliminate the dust which gets generated. Apart from this, we ensure that whichever vehicle goes out of the main gate is covered by tarpaulin cloth. It is even the mandate from the government of India. And the third innovation which we have done is, we have made a model where a person sitting in the cabin can operate the tarpaulin cloth to be covered on the body of the dump truck. So this we are on a trial, and once we make a prototype into our one of the Hiva trucks or the 10-ton trucks, then we are thinking of giving it to the body builder so that this can be floated all across, and all our dumpers will have such facilities.
TRB iron ore mines of JSPL rising to an altitude of 840 meters above the mean sea level is an open cast, fully mechanized mines. The lease area extends over 208 hectares and the current production is 3 million tons per annum. SL Mining and Industries Limited, EMIL, mines at Koira, is considered as one of the well-managed iron ore mines with an annual production of 3 million tons. The lease area spreads over 90 hectares.
Managing the safety and conserving the environment, these are of paramount importance for us. And as a matter of fact, our motto is that not even a single ton is required where safety is endangered or environment is compromised. At Koira, we are not using even a single cubic meter of water from extraneous sources or from groundwater for our entire mining operations. The entire water requirement is sourced from the conserved water, that is rainwater harvesting or rainwater conservation, whatever you can say. And our conservation and our water management system, you must have also observed over there.
Most iron ore mining projects have taken measures to reduce the adverse impact of mining on environment by constructing check dams, deploying dust extractors and water sprinklers, adopting dry screening, stabilization of dumps, reclamation of mined out areas and afforestation. Balda Mines of Messrs Sirajuddin Company currently produces 10 million tons of iron ore and covers 335.594 hectares of lease area.
We have adopted the backfilter systems in central processing units. The total runoff water are also being properly maintained. The entire runoff goes to the certain settling ponds so that no water from the mines outflow to the streams in a raw way.
At Jajang, Rungta Mines Limited is considered as one of the oldest miner of this region.
The mine is presently a fully mechanized open cast mine. It is an ISO 9001, 14001, OSAS 18001 and SA 8000 certified unit. The mine management is committed to conserve the ecology and environment of the mining area following a firm environment policy. An array of activities have been taken up to control pollution and conserve the mine environment, including massive plantation, effective dust suppression measures with installation of stationary water sprinkling system covering entire mining stage, construction of STP, effective runoff management system with construction of check dams, settling ponds, dump management with retaining wall, garland drain, coir matting and plantation. We are interacting with the local community on regular basis for their genuine needs. Our efforts for making a cleaner and greener mine environment will continue.
Joda west of Tata Steel is adjudged as one of the major manganese ore mines of the country. Covering an area of 572 hectares, the mine currently produces around 1 lakh tons per annum. The ore is being mostly used for production of ferromanganese in the company's plant at Joda. During the year 2015 and 16, around 48,000 tons of ferromanganese produced from this plant were used in the company's Jamshedpur works.
Now we have put this automation system for the plant operation, so that everything function automatically, where you can have better control. So these things are helping us to improve our system and processes, and continuously that focus is there, so that we are, you can say that benchmark in this kind of industry. Now a lot of innovation and improvement has to be brought in place, so that we will be able to reduce the cost improve the quality, and we can sustain our operation.
Sponge Iron Plant of Messrs Tata Sponge Iron Limited at Bilaipada, Joda currently produces around 3.62 lakh tons of sponge iron. Sponge route has been adopted to India as an alternative of iron ore making, as it can use non-coking coal.
Yearly we handle almost 14 lakhs tons of total raw material plus product plus waste. So out of that, almost 2 lakhs tons of waste and other smaller particles actually create dust pollution. To handle this dust pollution is our major challenge. In this process, we have set up many pollution control equipments like fogging machines in our raw material handling circuit, ESPs in our flue gas circuit, fogging machine mobile which is used in our raw material circuit, raw material yards to contain our fugitive dust emission. This is actually helping us to maintain our total fugitive dust emission level well within the specified limit prescribed in the law.
Rising over 850 meters above the mean sea level, the iron ore deposit at Daitari came to light following proving of sizable reserves of export-grade iron ore by the Directorate of Mining and Geology and IBM during the year 1958 to 62. This led to establishment of a modern port at Paradip, a 150-kilometer long expressway between Daitari and Paradip, a 33 kilometers long railway line between Daitari and Jokhapura as the first phase of Daitari-Banspani rail link, and a mechanized mines with ore handling facilities by OMC. Spread over a lease area of 1,018 hectares, the mine produced 3 million tons during the year 2015 and 16. With over 150 million tons of iron ore available in the deposit and installation of a new OHP, Daitari is set for a massive development.
In the entire country, Odisha has been an example for safeguarding against this environmental hazards and the pollution level as far as mining operation is concerned. Now, very recently the Ministry of Environment and Forest Climate Change of Government of India, they had engaged an organization NIRI to really study the actual impact of the mining operation in the air and water and all the pollution level and all that in the Joda, Badbil and Mayurbhanj area of the state. They have very categorically indicated that the mining operation which is now presently going on in the state of Odisha, absolutely the extraction of mineral does not have any impact, any adverse impact I would say on the environment or the pollution level of the entire vicinity. Whatever pollution is done, that is only because of the transportation of the minerals along the road. Now, for that the state government has become very conscious. We have already put a cap on the total dispatch along the road, so that the road pollution can also be controlled and it can be within the limit of the pollution load which can be undertaken by the air and water in the entire area. In this regard, the effort of SGAT for bringing out this particular documentary is definitely praiseworthy, and I hope this will definitely enlighten all the people, the public and also the people who are involved in the mining operation as such, regarding the actual impact of the mining operation on the environment, and this will definitely lead to a very sustainable growth of the mining industry in the entire country.
Flanked by the Itari Tamka range in the north and Mahagiri in the south, Sukinda Valley in Jajpur district accounts for about 90% of the total reserve and 90% of the total production of chromite in India. With charge chrome plant at Brahmanipal and incidence of nickel in the chromite mines overburden, the area is of considerable strategic importance, calling for an integrated approach for development. IMFA Group holds 2 leases in the area, covering of 191 hectares, and the current production is 3.48 lakh tons per annum. It has initiated underground mining at Mahagiri.
Underground mining stopping operation has been recently commenced in Band 6 of Sukinda region, which is a pioneer on our part, because it is only in the region we are carrying out this underground mining, as a result of which, this environment point of view, there is no alteration of surface topography. In considering this, other neighboring mines are now following this underground mining system. For implementing sustainable mining and to restore ecosystem post-mining, systematic and scientific approach has been taken to reduce the environmental impact due to mining and to minimize the footprint of all the mining activities since commencement of mining.
The major areas of environmental concern in Sukinda Valley include incidence of carcinogenic hexavalent chromium, lack of space for dumping of overburden and plantation. Some of the mines have installed effluent treatment plants as per the guidelines of the Pollution Control Board to limit incidence of hexavalent chromium within permissible limits. The environment-friendly automatic control ETP at the chromite mines of IMFA, BC Mahanti, Tata Steel are worthy of mention.
The water here gets contaminated with hexavalent chromium in the chromium zone. Hexavalent chromium is known to be a carcinogenic, though at much higher concentration than the water available in Sukinda. However, for utmost safety reasons, we treat the water before it is released and sent for consumption and for agriculture and animals. We can use this water for drinking water, and there may be some amount of chlorination which may be required for bacterial contamination, but the water is capable of being used for drinking in the state that it comes out of the effluent treatment plant.
Well-equipped environment laboratories, weather monitoring stations are seen at different mines to keep a vigilant eye on the environment parameters. The lease of Messrs. BC Mahanti and Sons covers an area of 107 hectares. After a short period of closure, the mines resumed operation in the late 2015. Its projected production capacity is 83,000 tons per year. OMC's South Kaliapani over 552 hectares lease area currently produces 8.30 lakh tons of chromite per year.
गोटे टन जदि पाइबापी क्रोमाइट ओर पाइबापी आमको 7 किलोमीटर माटी डेभलप करा पड़ी था तेणु से हिसाब से देखा गले आमको ह्यूज जगह दरकार तेणु से जगह देखला बेले प्रोब्लेम होम पाखे जगह ना एवं एमती जे आम पाखे अनादर लीज भी अच्छी सपोज सेमती भी आमको रूल परमिट करूनी जे ए डंप को नहीं कि सपोज वेस्ट मेटेरियल को अनादर सपोज लीज एरिया भी रखी पारंतु कि ओर को नहीं कि अनादर जदि ओर एरिया रखी पारंतु अनादर लीज रे मे भी आम सेम लेसी आमको जो रखा से अलाउ करा दि जाता ताहले भी सेमती जदि सपोज MMDR एक्ट सेमती सपोज चेंज अणा जाता ताहले भी आम सेठी भी रखी पारंतु बा कॉमन माइनिंग है कि दीटा माइन्स भीतर आपस बुझामणार सेठी भी आम दी जन जाक रखी पारंतु।
Balaso Alloys Limited at its mines has developed a scientific dump management system. Currently, it is producing 1 lakh tons of chromite per annum over 64.5 hectares of lease area.
Two major initiatives we have taken in our mines. One is gabion wall. That gabion wall, this was designed by Jettech India Limited, an international body that we are executing, and that will just ease the problem of overburden. And after construction, we will just cover it with greenery, and ultimately it will be one of the permanent solution to this place. Secondary, since the formation is very fragile, so we have introduced a shotcreting sort of innovation in our mines. This will not only help us in controlling the erosion, landslide and slope failure, and that is also working effectively, and it will reduce dust generation.
Jindal Chromite Mines has taken up backfilling after getting due clearance from the DGMS. Its lease covers 89 hectares of land and produces 83,000 tons of chromite per annum.
जगार अभाव को आम मीट करने आम गवर्नमेंट टू विथ ड्यू परमिशन IBM को मागिलु माइनिंग स्कीम सबमिट कलु जे आमको पार्टली परमिशन दि जाऊ आमर जो एरियाटा कम सरी जाइए बैंड 1 फ्राइबल जोन रे जे आमको परमिशन दि जाऊ आम मागिलु जाऊ DGMS आमको प्रॉपर स्क्रूटिनाइज करी आमर प्लान को अनुध्यान करी आम देखिले जेहेतु आमर नॉन मिनरल आउ मिनरल नाही जोठी सेठी हमको परमिशन देले पार्ट फिलिंग करिया पई आमे ओवरबर्डन डंपिंग एटी करि परिबो आ द्वारा हमर मेन सुविधा हला हमर जो स्पेस अभाव थिला डंपिंग पई ओवरबर्डन सेटा हमर समाधान हे गला जोटा कि ए जोन रे सुकिंदा वैली रे क्रोम वैली रे एटा प्रथम माइन से हमको जाउटा गवर्नमेंट परमिशन देले जे बैक फिलिंग करिया पई।
Confined to a lease area of 406 hectares, Tata Steel has developed a model fully mechanized open-cast mine, adopting state-of-art technology in mining, processing and beneficiation, effluent treatment, dump management and environment management. The company has laid considerable emphasis on healthcare facilities, conservation of energy, improving infrastructure, enhancing skills and enriching livelihood. The mine has taken up vetiver plantation to stabilize the slope, Miyawaki model of plantation for promoting growth of native species, herbal treatment plant in COB plant. Open pit mining limit has almost reached, mainly on account of non-availability of space for dumping of overburden. As a result, underground mining becomes inevitable. Sukinda Chromite mine of Tata Steel has become the first mine in India to roll out sustainable development framework. The mine's current production of 4.34 lakh tons is being mainly used for manufacture of charged chrome in the company's plant at Bamanipal. Commissioned in the year 1986 by OMC, the 50,000 ton per year 100% export-oriented charged chrome plant was first such plant in the public sector. Based on the technology provided by Outokumpu of Finland, the plant is designed to utilize low-grade friable chrome ore by beneficiation and charging in the form of sintered pellets. The plant produced 51,370 tons during the year 2015 and 16. The plant has since been sold to Tata Steel.
Inside plant, all state-of-the-art facilities for environmental measures are in place. We see that nothing should go to the river, and we have a regular tow wall making and desilting exercise, so that whatever drains or whatever tow wall we have made, it is perfect and helping us. We have a third-party analysis also and we are engaging many other experts also in this regard to take care of the environmental issues.
Bauxite is the chief raw material for production of alumina and aluminium. This is the Panchpatmali Plateau in Koraput district, which is barren and devoid of vegetation and rises to a height of 1350 meters above main sea level, and it is also considered as the single largest deposit of bauxite in India. The National Aluminium Company Limited, which holds the mining lease over the deposit, is currently extracting around 6.8 million tons of bauxite annually, which after refining produces about 2 million tons of alumina. The top layer consists of 5 meters of overburden comprising soil and laterite, which is first removed and stacked separately. Then 14 to 15 meters thick layer of bauxite is mined and transported downhill about 14.5 kilometers to the alumina refinery at Damanjori through conveyor belt system.
We are actually using high pressure water sprinklers. Both by we have got mobile tankers for the purpose, as well as we have got also automatic programmable logic controller these sprinklers. So the PLC controlled sprinklers are generally installed on the permanent haul road, whereas the other places we are covering with the mobile tankers. So this is how we are controlling or suppressing the dust. And secondly, we are not allowing the dust concentration to go beyond 200 microgram per cubic meter at any place. Beyond that, to control this noise vibration, we are using short delay detonators and then non-nails in our blasting, and we are going for ripping dodging in medium hard rocks. Wherever it is possible, drilling blasting to dispense with, we have dispensing with. We are going for ripping dredging, which is eco-friendly, and we can dispense with the drilling blasting.
After the entire bauxite is mined out, the topsoil and overburden are put back into the quarry, on which plantation is then raised, thus bringing green cover over an area which was once barren and devoid of vegetation.
Mined out area that we are creating, that we are systematically backfilling with overburden, lateritic overburden, then we are putting topsoil over it. Then plantation we are doing every monsoon. So phase wise every year we are covering about 20 hectares of area under plantation in the mined out area. So likewise about 300 hectares area we have now covered with the plantations in the mined out area. And our mined out reclamation job goes hand in hand with the mining operation.
The only area of concern from the environment point of view is disposal of red mud, which is generated in the process of refining bauxite. It occupies a large area of no commercial use yet, and is highly alkaline and corrosive. Research and development efforts are on for the utilization of red mud. The extensive eastern seaboard of Odisha is a reservoir of valuable minerals. The beach sands contain valuable minerals like ilmenite, rutile, sillimanite, garnet, monazite, and zircon, among others. Ilmenite and rutile are used in the manufacture of titanium dioxide pigment. Sillimanite is used in refractories. Zircon find use in ceramics, refractories, foundries, metals, and chemicals. Garnets are used as abrasives, and monazite is used for production of thorium, an atomic mineral. The Odisha Sands Complex of Indian Rare Earths Limited at Matikhal is recovering these valuable minerals by a system of mining called dredge mining using a floating dredge. After separating the heavy minerals, which constitute about 10 to 14% of the raw sands, the balance is transported back to the beach where plantation is raised.
We have got regularly we are doing plantations, and more than 1 lakh trees we are planting. Whatever plant we are cutting, we are planting more than 3 to 4 times than that. And our company, particularly Odisha Sand Complex, always get the prize from Atomic Energy Regulatory Board for environmental, for doing plantations. And that plantation, not only we are doing plantations, but also we are upkeeping it for 3 years and properly maintaining it, and our survival rate is around 95%.
There is practically no adverse impact of dredge mining on environment. Rather, one can see plants have grown on the sandy beach and dunes which were once barren. Another important mineral of Odisha is coal, prime source of energy in our country. There are 2 coal fields in Odisha, Talcher and Ib River Valley. About 110 million tons of coal are being produced annually by Mahanadi Coalfield Limited, most of which are utilized for thermal power generation. Coal mining causes lot of environment degradation, loss of topsoil, vegetation and forest growth, damage to farmlands, disruption of water regime, pollution of air and water, noise pollution, generation of dust, spontaneous burning of coal, accumulation of huge volume of overburden, damage to building on account of blasting, subsidence of land overlying underground workings and displacement of habitat, among others. All these issues are visible in Samleswari, Bharatpur open cast mines and Orient underground mines in Ib Valley.
And so far laws are concerned, whether mining laws or environmental laws, the Air Act, Water Act, Environmental Protection Act, etc. The laws, as per theoretically, they are adequate, but implementation problems are there. The Pollution Control Board is a very small organization. It has to be strengthened like anything. some other organizations also are to be strengthened. Then the laws can be implemented, and whatever lacunae that can be worked out.
MCL authorities have been taking continuous measures to mitigate the adverse impact of coal mining on environment. The western districts of the state, Sundargarh and Sambalpur, contain large deposits of limestone and dolomite. Limestone is mainly used for making cement and is also an important raw material in manufacture of iron and steel. Limestone in the form of marble is used as ornamental stone in buildings, monuments and tombs. In Lanjiberna, limestone is mined by the open cast method. Generation of large volume of overburden and their disposal is a major environmental problem. OCL India Limited has been taking appropriate measures for dust suppression, rehabilitation of mined out areas and for increase of green cover.
We have recently taken these hydraulic drills, which has got a built-in this dust collector, and there is a water system, so that during the drilling operation, there will not be any dust generation as well as least noise. Similarly, we have taken bigger dumpers and air-conditioned chambers in the new machineries for the comfort of the people, because a lot of heat is there nowadays. And outside in field operation, they face this heat. So these type of measures we are taking, whatever is available in latest technology, we are taking those for the comfort of the people and employee.
Dolomite is used in the iron and steel industry, and like limestone, it is mined by the open cast method. The environmental hazards are similar to those in limestone. This is a mine of Tata Steel in Gomordi. The company has taken adequate measures to contain the environmental problems. The company has taken steps to promote agriculture activities nearby. This is a granite quarry near Berhampur. Granite is quarried for use as ornamental stones in monuments, buildings and tombs. It is also exported. The major environmental hazards associated with granite quarrying are generation of large volume of waste or unutilizable stones and their disposal, lack of measures for reclamation of mined out areas and plantation. Similarly, some of the mine owners, most of the traders, transporters and contractors have least concern for protection of environment and community welfare. In the recent past, we have seen spurt in illegal mining, smuggling of ores and minerals. As a result, the mining industry has been subject of vilification campaign. The Eastern Zone Mining Association considers this as a matter of great concern. The mining industry in the state, notably Tata Steel, OMC, Vedanta Aluminium, Rungta Mines, Aditya Birla Group, Nalco, Messrs. SN Mahanti, MGM Group, IMPA, JSW have been carrying out community development program in and around the mining areas for many years, much before the concept of CSR was introduced.
Mine closure is a very, very important aspect in the mining. They have to examine when they are going to do mining that habitat should not be fragmented, the wildlife should not be adversely impacted, and thirdly, how to go in about post-mining closure uses, reclamation of the mining and post-mining use of the land. It is also related with the food security of the nation because lakhs and lakhs hectare area is under mining. If we can make use of that area proper, especially once the mining is closed, it will go a long way. If you are not reclaiming the area properly, then handing it over simply back is no meaning because the area is qualitatively degraded. So they should make use of the area. The area is going to be handed over back to the respective bodies from where they have taken. But most important thing remains how you are going to close the mine. In fact, I will like to use the word decommissioning of the mine in a way which is good for the society.
जो माइनसी जो कंपनी जो गाँव में चलते प्रथम गाँव को डेवलपमेंट करूँ आ गाँव में प्रत्येक लोकों हाथ में काम दिंतु से बेकार हो जाती बेकार होगा द्वारा बाहर आसुवा लोक ये तो स्थानीय आदिवासी लोक तेणु से तो चोरी ना चामान ना कौन जानते से बाहर लोक आसिक ट्रांसपोर्टिंग करवा कंट्राक्टर अंडर काम करवा राति राति धनी होगा ये जो सपन देखिक आसुँच ये लोक गुड़ा ये स्थानीय लोक यूज कर दिन बिचरा पेट विकल से राति डाकी नौ राति सारा काम कराऊँ कुआड़े 100-200 टंका सेटारे से बंचुंट दरकार पड़े जो दर पकड़ हो लोक चोर धरा कराऊँ से मुक्त हो जाती तेणु वर्तमान जदियो कंट्राक्टर अंडर कि सप्लाई अंडर टे कम करुले बंचुले से माने वर्तमान माइन्स बंद होगा द्वारा से आहरी विपद पड़े।
We believe we have achieved our objective to a large extent by showing the actual mining and processing operations, haulage and transportation system, environment fallout and conscious steps being taken by the mining industry to mitigate the adverse impact on environment. Our efforts may be judged considering limitation of time and coverage.